I'm Millie Velikova, Career and Mindset Lead at Tech Returners, and I'm here at the AJ Bell offices to talk to Mo Tagari, CTO of AJ Bell, and Joe James, Head of HR, about our new Tier 4 program in partnership with AJ Bell. So Mo, do you mind just doing a little bit of an introduction to yourself?
My name is Mo Tagari. I'm the CTO. Been here at AJ Bell just coming up to 4 years now.
Fantastic. And what about you, Joe?
So I'm the head of the HR function, looking after all things people, and I've celebrated 17 years with AJ Bell this week.
Wow, fantastic. That's amazing. Right, so I wanted to have a very relaxed conversation about returners and why you've decided to partner with us. So Mo, let's go first with you. Why has AJ Bell decided to partner on the Tier 4 program and ultimately supports returners back into work?
I mean, the Tier 4 program offers a bespoke training program, which is a lot more relevant for us, specific to our needs, and it's also specific to the returners as well. And I find that it's always nerve-wracking for a new joiner when they start a new company. But if they've already been trained on our technology stack, they've got to know our people as part of that journey as well. It'll just make that onboarding a lot easier. And I think as part of that whole process as well, you know, we get to assess the individual, figure out their fit for the right roles. We also get to understand some of their additional training needs that they might have as well a lot sooner on, so we can then maximize on that. And also I think what I like about this program, it's experienced individuals who are looking to get back into the world of work. So not only do they bring prior experience and prior technical skills, they'll also bring that additional cognitive diversity, that drive, that new energy wanting to get back into work, which actually helps us drive our culture of innovation as well. And I suppose last but not least is, you know, from an AJ Bell point of view, we strive to make a positive impact within the community. I see investing in this program doing just that, where we help people get back into the world of work, get them retrained, and get them to join our mission of building a platform that's easy to use for our customers to invest for their future needs.
Fantastic. And I'm really, really proud to partner with you as a company. So Joe, I know as a head of HR, you obviously drive culture and culture changes, and Mo mentioned the culture of innovation. Mm-hmm. But how would you describe kind of the culture of the company and day-to-day? How does it feel?
At a very simple level, it's a very friendly and welcoming culture. Underpinning the culture of the business is our guiding principles, of which we have 5, and they've been in place, you know, since year dot, you know, even from when the company was set up originally by Andy Bell, through to where we are today. So those 5 principles are principled, straightforward, knowledgeable, ambitious, and personal. And they guide everything that we do in terms of how we work together, but then also what we're ultimately aiming to achieve for the customer as well. And you know, if that's the foundation, then on top of that, you know, we have a strong leadership team here, of which Mo is part of, you know, very knowledgeable and experienced. We offer a lot of training and development, progression, career progression. You know, we promoted more than 120 people in the business last year. So, you know, that's again testament to our continued commitment to ensuring people do develop and progress. And we also support employee well-being, whether that's mental health, physical health. We have social events, you know, lots of things going on that make this a really great place to work.
Fantastic. It sounds like a very holistic overview of how you do things at AJ Bell.
Think so, yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. So Mo, obviously, like everyone that comes will ultimately join under you as a CTO, but perhaps on different teams. So can you share a little bit more? What can a software engineer expect from a role at AJ Bell?
Yeah, I suppose it's probably about 5 broad expectations I think the returners can have here at AJ Bell. I think one is having a real sense of purpose. So when you join AJ Bell, you're getting to work with amazing people who are all on a mission where we want to be building a platform that's easy to use for our customers to invest for their future needs, whether it's their retirement or whether it's buying a house. So they get that real sense of purpose. That's first and foremost. I think a second expectation that they can have is they'll be joining a modern team that is product aligned. So we have developers, testers, and DevOps as well, where you've got full accountability of your development lifecycle from development to production. So you have modern toolings, test automation, CI/CD pipelines, and the ability to deploy on-premise and on cloud as well. And I think being part of a product aligned team means you get to work with the product owners, the BAs and the UX. So you get to learn a lot more about the business processes, the platforms, the product itself. So the anticipation is that the returners will increase their knowledge and actually bring new ideas to the table as well. I think the third expectation the returners can have is that they can work in a very safe environment where you can try new ideas and experiments, where it's okay to fail. You know, we embrace failure. I look at it as if you've not failed, you've not tried anything new. If you haven't tried anything new, you're not innovating. And if you're not innovating, you've become stagnant. I suppose the fourth area is around mobility. So given the size of AJ Bell, we can actually offer mobility opportunities to our returners. We have multiple platforms. So as an example, we've got AJ Bell and Doddle, which is our D2C platform. And we have Invest Center and Touch, which is our advice platform. And we've also got our core operational and regulatory technology teams as well. So across all of these areas, we've got web applications and or mobile applications with different technologies. And it's an opportunity for the returners to get exposure to all of these different areas and to learn and develop themselves as well. And I suppose lastly, what the returners can expect is a structured dual track career progression pathway. So what I mean by that is if there are engineers who want to remain hands-on and continue developing, there's a pathway for them to become principal engineers where they'll be supported and rewarded. No different to when you have those who want to go on the management track and want to become team leads as well.
That's really, really good because it offers a variety of career paths for people and like is very inclusive as well because not everyone wants to do exactly the same thing.
Exactly. That's one of the things. If I had it my way many years ago, I would have stayed within development, but that was never the case. Yeah. Here, I'm like, okay, I can make a difference and put that change in.
That's great, honestly, and I think that returners would appreciate the opportunity. So it does sound like a very kind of inclusive place and very diverse as a company as well. So can you share with us, Joe, what does diversity and inclusion mean to you and to AJ Bell as an organization?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I think as Mo's already explained, you know, we very much value diversity and you know, what different types of people can bring to the business. And that can be, you know, regardless of background, age, gender, sexuality, ethnicity, etc. You know, because it all adds to what we're trying to achieve for our customers. You know, bringing in different viewpoints, different experiences that can all add to that. You know, we have a D&I framework in the business, and that focuses on demographic diversity. You know, is one angle, but also the cognitive diversity. So there's different ideas, different viewpoints of trying to avoid groupthink, and then we talk about inclusive leadership. Whether that's policies, practices, or even, you know, inclusive leadership for managers as well. So it's very much, you know, part of what we do here.
Yeah. And I think that's true inclusion when it's embedded across all of your different functions, from the products all the way to leadership. Fantastic. One of the things that I've actually encountered, having helped over 200 returners and having helped them kind of with interviews, is that oftentimes when they try to return to tech, they face some sort of challenge or barrier. So in your perspective, what do you think are the biggest challenges or misconceptions that people have about returners?
I'm probably not saying anything new here, but I anticipate it would be the fact that people have been out of the workplace for some period of time. You know, the world of work moves on very quickly, and particularly in tech, new technologies, new solutions come into place. So, you know, that suddenly there's a gap. And I can imagine, say, you know, if you're trying to get a job, say, perhaps through a recruitment agency, for example, you know, they're going to look for this person who's currently perhaps in a role and is immediately can be applied to an organisation. Whereas, you know, the reality is that, you know, the skills aren't lost. There's just been a gap that now needs to be bridged, which is where Tech Returners comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I find that oftentimes that's the case. Like, even though they've been out of work maybe for a year or two, they've not sat watching Netflix. They've actually done a lot of like projects and also developed a lot of different skills as well. So more like from your perspective, kind of what value do you see returners bringing to AJ Bell as an organization?
Yeah, I see them bringing their diverse experience and their previous skills into the business, and then challenging the status quo and then delivering innovative solutions for our customers as bringing value to AJ Bell. I also feel that, you know, they will integrate into teams a lot quickly, just given the experience that they've had. which means they'll be able to make a business impact a lot sooner. As a result of that, I also foresee the tech returners accelerating on their career progression pathway as well, which will mean they'll increase their ability to influence from design and development to actually then bringing in new hires and growing the teams within AJ Bell, which will create that longer term value for us.
Yeah, and I think with the career paths that you offer, that's definitely a very easy path for them to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant. And final question, which is like to both of you actually, why have you decided to partner with Tech Returners on this specific project? Mo, let's maybe start with you.
Sure. I was going to say ladies first, for sure. Tech Returners was brought to my attention by our in-house recruitment manager, Paula. And then I learned a lot more about Tech Returners at the last year's Manchester Digital Tech Festival as well. So I got to hear from Becky why she was doing what she was doing with Tech Returners. And then I got to hear from the Tech Returners themselves as to the benefits that they've seen and the support that they've had. And it just felt as if it just resonated with the culture of us at AJ Bell, where we really value our people and invest in our people. So that resonated for me. And I think also from a program perspective, it just differentiates from all these other, the typical boot camps out there that exist that churns out engineers in 4 weeks with a bit of basic training.
Yeah, like we're definitely not teaching people to code. We're helping people to just come back to tech, and they all have experiences.
Yes.
Like, what about yourself, Joe?
I would again echo what Mo said, but for us, Tech Returners is a trusted brand, if you like, in terms of the returner market. So why wouldn't we work with one of the leading tech returning firms in the country?
Thank you for saying that. And often, I've been doing interviews for the past 2-3 weeks with people, really, really high quality engineers I see coming my way, and a lot of them are very, very eager to come back, but they're facing those barriers that we talked about. So I'm really excited for those four that are selected to come to AJ Bell and really bring that value, like you say, and innovation into the company. Well, thank you very much both for your participation. Really appreciate that. And
perfect. Thank you.